Welcome back to a new video. My name is Ross and today we are going to make this build behind me. So in my last few videos I've been playing with mods, but now we are back to normal vanilla Minecraft again. And today I will show you how you can make this magnificent build in your own world. And yes, this is all completely vanilla. I just have a nice shader pack that makes it all look very nice. Anyway, welcome back. So today's video will be a tutorial of how to make this amazing build. But first, let's just fly around a little bit. So this build is heavily inspired by a build that I have already done on my channel. You can see it right now on the screen. So if you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out because it has a lot in common. So if you like this kind of build, then you will also like that video. So go check it out. Anyway, let's check this out before we actually start building. So this is obviously a recreation or inspired by French architecture. So I found out the creator of this architecture, which is Awsome, and that's his name. And I got inspired by it and I thought, you know what? Let's make it ourselves. So what I did is I created a corner of one of these builds. And as you can see, it's on the other side, it's just flat and closed off. The reason being is that this build is stylable. In other words, you can make it as long as you want. So this part, for example, behind me, you can copy and paste it all the way as far as your eye can reach. You can make it as big as you want, but today I'm just going to teach you how you can make this style, and then you can create all the kind of builds that you like, which is in this style. Also, you can change the colors and you can change the height and stuff like that, and I will show you that throughout the whole tutorial. Anyway, so we have a nice cool what I did in my other build, like some kind of terrace in front of the building or actually on the corner. So see this as a nice, I don't know, like a restaurant or anything. So we have the menu card outside and we have a nice banner. Same design as the other video. And also we have a door. And as you can see, this is just a lighting trick. And the lighting trick, because of my shader pack, I just place lights down here with a wall behind it. And then you get this really cool effect of the lighting effect going upwards. So that looks very nice. That gives a very cool effect. So this is obviously done because I have a shader pack. And if you're wondering, my shader pack is Shaders, Vibrant Shaders, P1.8D High. That's the version I use. It's a pretty light version, or at least it's not as heavy version as all the other Shaders shader packs. So if you have not really a strong computer, then this shader pack will work probably a little bit better. So then you get this really cool lighting effect. Looks very nice. So without shader pack, the build looked like this. It still looks very cool and still looks very nice. But yeah, of course shader packs make everything look a lot better. But now you know what it looks like without shader packs. So there is not really a door inward, but these should be the doors. So you have one door on this side and you have a door on the other side over here. So not really in the corner as the other build has. And when we go up, and you cannot really see that from down there, but we actually have a really big glass roof, a glass dome. It looks very cool. Let's say if you have a really big building, let's say you make this build and you make it very long, and you just copy this side to the other side as well, then this could be really cool. So we can actually go in, but as you can see, there is nothing inside. And we have a nice glass roof. That's all there really is to it. So it's actually, even though it looks very complicated and very hard to build, it's actually pretty easy to build. And I will show you exactly how you can make this build itself. So for this build you need the stone variant. So we have the normal stone, we have the polished andesite, that's the only one that's not really stone. And then we have the stone brick version, so the stair, the slab, the block and the fence. We have two types of glass, the black stained glass and the gray stained glass. Full blocks, by the way, not the paints, but just the full blocks. We have all the sandstone blocks, so the normal smooth sandstone, also the stair, and also the slab. I forgot to add the slab to it. Also, we need the cut sandstone and, of course, the sandstone wall. We need the fence and we need the chain. We need some carpet, the gray carpet, and also we need the polished deep slate blocks. So we have the slab and we have the stair, and we also have the deep slate tile. So as for example, we need the slab and we also need the wall. And for the roof and of course the umbrella, we need the, or overhang or whatever you want to call it. So we need the dark prismarine, we need the stair, the slab, and or maybe the full block. And also we need some warp slabs, the wax oxidized copper. This is the cut copper, by the way. And also we need the prismarine brick slabs. So that's mostly what we need for this build. So pretty much, it's a lot of blocks, I know, but the main blocks you need is the stone blocks and the sandstone blocks. That's what you are going to use a lot. And as well as the gray concrete, you also need that. I don't really know how many blocks are in this building, because the building can change in height and that makes it less or more blocks. So because it's stylable, you maybe need more blocks or maybe less blocks depending on how big you want to build it. So there's not really a material list, but this is the block types you need to make this exact copy of the build that I created. So to start with building, we are first going to use the gray concrete. And what we are going to do is we are going to break a line within the ground. So editing, Ross speaking. Right now, while editing this video, I found out that I made a little bit of a mistake. While editing, I found out that something went wrong while recording. I didn't notice that the volume of the game, the in-game sounds, were way too loud. At least something went wrong with the sound, so now the sounds of me breaking blocks and placing blocks is way too loud. So it will not affect anything about the video, and you will still be able to make this build, but just so you know. So it's totally my mistake, and sometimes it can happen that these kind of mistakes get through. So I'm very sorry for the inconvenience, and next time it will be fixed. Anyway, enjoy the tutorial. This line is going to be 26 blocks long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 24, 25, 26. And we are going to fill that in with the gray concrete. And then we are going to make the corner of the whole building. So first fill this in. And then we are going to make the corner and we go that way. So to make the corner, it's going to be a round corner. And what we are going to do is we are going diagonal and we break 1, 2 and 3 blocks like this. And we are going to fill this in with the gray concrete like this. Then we go diagonal again and only 2 blocks this time. And we're also going to fill that in. Then we are going diagonal, but just by 1 block, we are going to fill that in. And then we make the corner. So we are going to do the exact same thing over here, but then that way. And how we are going to do this is diagonal. And instead of the same way as this goes, so not like that, we are going the other way, like this. So make the corner and then 2 gaps and fill that in with gray concrete. Then go diagonal and then 1, 2 and 3 like this, and also fill that in with gray concrete. Then we go diagonal and this one will also be 26 blocks long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till you have 26 blocks of gray concrete in the ground. And if you did that correctly, it will look like this from the top view. So the next step is we are going all the way to the beginning where we started over here. And we are going to make pillars. And the pillar is going to be like this. So we need the polished andesite and we place 2 blocks on top of each other. Then 3 blocks of stone. Then 1 polished andesite again. and then one stone block like this. That's the pillar. Then we skip 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we make the exact same pillar over here. So again, 2 polished andesite, 3 stone, 1 polished andesite, and then a stone block like this. And we are going to do this a few times. So again, skip 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna make a pillar here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 pillar here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and another pillar over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course another pillar over there. Then in the circle part, we are going to make a pillar right in the middle over here on this one single gray concrete block. Then we skip these 2 and place one over here, and we skip these 2 and we place one over here. Now, of course, this side is the same as that side. So what we are going to do over here is also what we are going to do over there. So again, 1 over here in the beginning, then skip 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Another pillar, then 1, 2, 3 and 4. Another pillar, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another pillar, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another pillar, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Another pillar. Just make the same pillars as we did over here on all the blocks that we just placed. And if you did that correctly, it will look like this. A lot of pillars. So what we are now going to do is I'm going to work on this side. And later down the line, you have to create this side over there. So I'm not gonna go and show both sides because they are exactly the same. So I will show you how to build this side. And all you have to do is copy it to the other side as well. And the first thing what we are going to do is we are going to focus on the doors. So I'm going to work on this side again. And what we are going to do is we are going to count these gaps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 5th gap over here, right in front of the circle part, this will be the door. And how we are going to create the door is pretty simple. We place a upside down stone brick onto the polished andesite. And we are going to do this on the other side as well, like so. And then on the top block, we are going to create a line of bricks like this. So you get a little bit of an arch. Then we are using the stone, the normal stone blocks, and we are going to connect all these top stone blocks that you see on the top. We are going to connect them together. So just make a line from one stone block all the way to the other side like this. Then the next step is going to use the stone slabs. And the stone slabs, what we are going to do is we are going to make a line between all these gaps that we have over here. These will be the windows and this will be the door, so we don't have to do anything over here. So only in these 4 gaps where the windows will be, we make a line of slabs, and we do that against the andesite block. So not up here, but one down, so you have a little bit of a gap over here, and go all the way to the other side and do this with all the 4 windows, like so. Then we are going to use the stone brick walls, and what we are going to do is we are going to make on every pillar we are going to put brick stone walls and all the way up until here, so until the andesite block, so not all the way to the top. And we are going to do this with every window frame over here, so also over here, on this side as well, and as well as around the door. So over here at the door as well, so we make a pillar until here, so not all the way up, but just still here. We will work on the round part later, so first let's do this side. Then over here where the door will be, we are going to place a stone brick block over here on top of the pillar, and also on this one over here, just on these 2. Then we take the stone brick stairs and we place one upside down like this, and the other one the other way around like so. Then between these 2 stairs we are going to place stone brick slabs, 2 of them like this. So now we have a nice entrance with a little bit of a arch, like so. For all the other pillars, we will just use the stone brick stairs and we place them upside down on top of all these walls. So also over here. And if you did that right, it looks like this. And then we are going to use the stone brick slab and we are going to connect all these stairs together. So what we are going to do from this block, the top layer will be the stone brick slabs, and we will connect them all together like so. So if you did it right, it should look like this. Then we need some dead fire coral, but you can also use some other blocks that has a little bit of a gritty pattern. Basically what we are going to do is where you see these little holes over here above the windows, we will place a few of these coral blocks right in front of that gap. So when you look from the outside, you can see a little bit of that texture of the dead coral. But you don't have to use dead coral, you can also use something that has a bit of that gritty pattern. For example, maybe some tough block, or use some other kind of gray or dark gray block that also has kinda a messy pattern on the block, like the coral block. If you did it right, all these gaps should be filled like so. Of course not at the door. And then we are going to work on the glass. Actually, before we start with the glass, let's start with the doorway. So what we are going to do, and this is something that I always do in my builds, is I use the gray concrete and make an outline around the windows and also around the door. So first, gray concrete in front of the opening over here. So not on the front side, but go inwards, and then on this side place 4 gray concrete in the ground. Then go up on the sides over here till you reach over here at the stairs like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 gray concrete blocks on either side. Then over here we will place a dark oak slab all the way to the other side like this, from one concrete block to the other one. Then a upside down dark oak stair over here against the stone brick stair on the other side, of course, as well. And then we top it off with some dark oak slabs right above that. So now you have like a little bit of a like small window above the actual door. But of course it's nice to have a little bit more detail, and we can do that with the dark oak trapdoor. So we are going to place a trapdoor on top of this slab, and when you open it, it should open like so. We are going to do this on the other side as well. And if you did it right, you will have a line right in the middle like this. From the outside it will look like this. Then the gray concrete, what we just did over here, we are going to do with all these 4 windows as well. So in the ground 4 gray concrete, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 blocks up. And we are going to do this with all the windows. So just 4 gray concrete right here in the ground, not over here, that's a mistake. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 till you hit the coral block or block of choice that you place there. And we are going to do this with all the windows like so. The reason I do this is because it gives a really nice depth to your building. It really looks like there is some kind of window over there, because windows are mostly bordered. So because I do a really dark border around the window, it looks very realistic. Just a really cool tip and trick you can use in your own buildings. So after that we are actually placing the glass, and we use the black glass block and not the paint, just the glass block. And we are going to place that right in the border that we just created with the gray concrete. So just fill it all up all the way to the top, and do this with all the windows except the doorway, of course. Then we are going to use the chains, and what we are going to do is we go to one of these windows, we go to this slab over here, we count 1 block down and then another block down, and we place a chain over here. So right in the middle of these stone blocks. And of course we go all the way to the other side of the window like so. And this line we are going to do on all the other 3 windows as well. Chains are a very good block to make cool window designs, so keep that in mind. So some chains and also some carpets on string can make these really cool borders and lines in your windows and create a really cool design. So it's a really cool trick to use in your own buildings as well. So from the inside we also use some glass over here, because this is a little window. So place just 4 blocks of glass like this, from this upside down stair to this upside down stair, so that from the outside you can see that there is actually glass there. And then the only glass paints that we are going to use is for the doors. And we also use the black stained glass paints. And what we are going to do is we are going to start at the left side. And we are not going to place them over here, but place them over here between the two stone blocks. And what we are going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 blocks up of the black stained glass paints on the left side, of course. Then another line, and then we stop over here, just one, then a birch fence, and then 1, 2 and 3 more glass on top of that, like this. So now you have a nice door with a handle or a doorknob or whatever you want to call it. Then on the other side we only go make a line of glass like this. That's all we have to do without breaking the blocks behind it. So now we have a nice doorway. You can actually go in and it looks like there is a really big door, which looks very, very nice. So that is basically one side, and what we are going to do is we are going to copy this side all the way to this side over here. But also we flip it so the door will be on this side and not all the way on the other side. So this will be the door and these will be the windows, and do exactly the same design that we did over here on the other side. So if you did that correctly, it will look like this. So we have a nice few windows and a door over here, and we flipped it to the other side over here, and it should look exactly like this. Of course, we have then this middle part left to do. So for this middle part, we also need to make it a little bit more special, because now it's pretty bland. And what we are going to do is, again, with these stone brick walls, we are going to make some pillars, just like we did over here. So on this one over here, all the way to the left, we are going to place a stone brick wall over here. On this one, right in the middle, we are going to place it diagonal from it, right in front of it. So not one over here and one over here, but right diagonal from that block. Then over here, we are going to place a stone brick like this. And then we are going to make them as high as all the others. So go all the way up till you meet the andesite block. So also over here, go up until you meet the andesite block. And for this one as well, until here. Then for the left one, we are going to use the stone brick stairs. And we are going to place one upside down like this, just like we did with the others. And one upside down like so. And we are going to do this with the one on the right as well. So one upside down right above the stone brick wall. And then one on the left. And the other one is on the right, like this. As you can see, it's now symmetrical. The middle one though will be a little bit different, because the middle one will have just a stone brick slab on top of it. And then a stone brick slab right here and right here. So as you can see, the slab on top of the wall is one slab lower than the two slabs up here, like this. So if you did it right, it should look like this. And what we are then going to do is we are going to connect them up with some slabs. So from this stair, we are going with these stone brick slabs, and we go to the other side like this. Then over here, from this stair, we place another slab like this. And we do the same thing, but then flipped on this side. So from this stair, we place one slab against it. And from this stair, we go to the other side and we place two slabs like this. So if you did it right, it should then end up looking like this. So the next step is we are going to put in the glass. And just like we did with this window, over these windows, we are also going to make a border. But because this is a circle shape, or half circle, or whatever you want to call it, in a bend, it's really not going to work exactly as we want. So what we are going to do is we are going to take the gray concrete, and then we have this pillar over here, this pillar of gray concrete right next to the doorway, and we are going to make that a little bit higher with one block, and then we place two gray concretes right here. So as you can see from the outside, you can just about see these two gray concrete blocks. These are against the 2 slabs that we just placed. Then over here we also going to place 2 concrete blocks like this. Then we make the corner and we do the exact same thing over here. So 1 extra block next to the door over here. Then 2 concrete blocks like this, 2 over here, 2 over here, and then the other way around as well. Then it's pretty simple. We take the black stained glass blocks and we are going to place glass on top of the gray concrete that we placed in the ground all the way up, and we fill it up till the windows are completely closed off. So on all the gray concrete blocks on the ground, we are going to fill in this gap with glass like this. So from the outside you will see this. Then we take the string and some gray carpet. So instead of using the chains that we did over here, we are going to use the string and the gray carpet. And what we are going to do is we are going to this block over here. So I am now working on this side of the building, and I'm going to the andesite block over here, the polished andesite. We go 1 block down and we place a string over here and 1 string next to it. And on top of that, gray carpet. And we are going to do this in front of all the windows, so also over here. So 1 block down, then 2 strings over here and 1 string over here. And then we place the gray carpet like this. And of course this is the same as this side, so we are going to do the exact same thing. So 1 beneath the polished andesite, and we place 3 strings over here. And we place the carpets like this. And then over here 2 strings and also carpet like this. So if you did it right, you should end up with this face looking like this. And that's basically the first layer done. It's a pretty easy build to make because it's very copy and pasting. So as you can see, all the windows are all the same. So you can make this house a lot longer if you want. And that's just the cool thing about this. It's very much a copy and paste build, which makes it also very easy to make. So the next step will be some kind of fence around this place, which is just a really cool detail part of the build. So what we are going to do is we are going to start over here with 1 iron bar. Then we are going to use the chain, then 2 iron bars, and then we are going to copy and paste the same pattern. So 1 chain, then iron bars, 2 of them, and then a chain, 2 iron bars, a chain, 2 iron bars, and then a chain again, and 2 iron bars, and so on till over here. So if you did it right, you should end up with a chain over here. Then we are going to do 2 iron bars like this, a chain, 2 iron bars, and then 2 chains over here on top of these brick slabs right here. 2 chains next to each other. And then what we just did over here, we are going to copy this and we are going to paste it on the other side as well. And when you have done that, we are going to use the gray carpet and we are going to place gray carpet on top of all of these chains and iron bars that we just placed. And then you end up with this, which looks very, very nice. So now we are going to work on the second layer. So yet again, I'm going to show you what 1 layer looks like, and then you have to copy and paste it to the other side. Also, these layers are very much stackable. So if we go to the first build that I showed you, these layers are very much the same. So for example, this layer over here with these little balconies is the same layer as over here. And this layer is the same layer as this layer. So you can make this build incredibly high if you want, or maybe make it a little bit lower. In my opinion, I would say make it not more than just 7 layers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 if you count the roof and don't count the bottom. So 7 should be high enough. Maybe even 1 layer lower looks good as well. So I will show you how you can create 1 of each layer. So this layer and this layer, and maybe I will show you how to make this layer because this one is a little bit different, and then we can just copy and paste it on top of each other to create what we have over here. So to make the first layer, again, I'm going to work only on this side. So we skip the band and also this side. Let's first start over here. And what we are going to do is we have this stone block over here. Then we go diagonal from that block. So we have a little bit of a gap over here. And then we place a cut sandstone right here. And we are going to make a line of cut sandstone all the way till you reach it over here. So when you hit this gray concrete, then stop over here. And then we take the normal sandstone or the smooth sandstone, and we start over here at the corner and we place 2 sandstone blocks like this. And then we make them 4 high. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And we do this with the other one as well, like this. And then we place a line of the cut sandstone over here on top of the smooth sandstone, and again all the way over till we end up over here as well, so like this. So now it's pretty repetitive. So what we are going to do is what we did over here. We are going to copy and paste that a few times. So we are going to skip 2 blocks. And then we place 2 smooth sandstone blocks all the way up till you hit the cut sandstone like this. This will be window 1. Then we skip 2 blocks and we place the same smooth sandstone blocks all the way to the top. Skip 2 blocks and we do this a few times. So skip 2 blocks, then 2 smooth sandstone all the way to the top. Skip 2 blocks and then 2 all the way to the top, and then skip 2 and again 2 sandstone or smooth sandstone blocks all the way to the top. And as you can see, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 windows on this side. Now only the last line over here will also be cut sandstone all the way from the bottom to the top, which I forgot to say. So also, just for a little bit of extra detail, you can break these smooth sandstone over here and replace them with cut sandstone like this, only over here at the end. Then we take the sandstone walls, and what we are going to do is everywhere where we have these 2 smooth sandstone blocks, we are going to place walls over here, down here, and then 2 high like this. So we skip the window and we do this over here as well. So skip the window over here as well, skip the window, and do this a few times all the way till here, like this, for some extra detail. So then we are going to the inside of the building and we are going to use the gray concrete again. And what we are going to do is we are going to border all the windows, just like we did down here. We are going to do this with all these windows as well. So gray concrete down here and then around the window like this, as if you are creating a nether portal. And we are going to do this with all the windows. So also on over here, and we just do this with all the windows. So you don't have to make these corner blocks because you really don't see them. You can do it if you want, but you don't really notice them anyway. So just around every window we are going to make the gray concrete outline like this. So when you have done that and it looks like this, we are going to place the glass, and the glass goes between the gray concrete that we just placed. So do this with all of the windows as well, and you should end up with something like this. Then we are going to use the chain and again the gray concrete. So we are going to make some cool window design because now it's pretty flat and very simple. We are first going to use the chain, and on top of these sandstone blocks we are going to place 2 chains like this and make them 2 high. So 2 chains next to each other and then make them both 2 high, and then gray carpet on top of that. So again 2 chains like this, make them 2 high, and then the gray carpet on top. And we are going to do this with all the 6 windows. Amazing, that looks very nice. So now we are going to make the last little bit of detail above the windows over here before we are going to copy it to the other side. And it's very simple. What we are going to do is we use the smooth sandstone stairs, and we are going to place them upside down right above the window. So one goes like this and the other one goes the other way like this. So don't place them like this, because then you get one big block over here, but just the other way around, just above the windows over here. And do this with all the windows like this. And when you have done that, we are going to use the smooth sandstone slab, and we make a top layer of slabs like this. Between all of these upside down stairs, we place the slabs just like this, and also two at the end over here. So if you have done that right, you should end up with a face like this. And now we are going to copy this part to the other side over here. Just like this. Now this side is the same as this side. So we just copy this part all the way to this part over here. Now we of course have this middle part left to do. This corner, circle, or whatever you want to call it. This bend we still have to make. So just like we did with these windows over here, we also start with the cut sandstone. And what we are going to do is we are going to make the first bottom layer just like we did with these windows. So first of all, we are going to go diagonal from this cut sandstone over here. And we place 1, 2, and 3. Then we go diagonal and we place 2. Then go diagonal again and place 2 the other way. Then go diagonal again and we place 3. So if you did it right, if you look from the top, it should look like this. So 3 cut sandstone blocks, then diagonal, 2 sandstone blocks, then diagonal, 2, and then 3 again. So you make the corner like this. You have a nice little bend. Then we are going to use the smooth sandstone again, and we just do like what we did over here. We are going to do this over here as well. So what we first going to do is we are going to skip these 2 sandstone blocks, and we place one smooth sandstone block over here. So here there will be a window, and we place 1 diagonal from that like this. We are going to do this with the other side as well. So we skip these 2 cut sandstone blocks, and we place 2 smooth sandstone like this. So if you did it right, you will have a gap of 2 blocks over here, a gap of 2 blocks over here, or actually it's a gap of 1 block, and then 2 blocks over here. And also, like we did with the windows over here, we are going to raise them up by 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we add 3 blocks to make them 4 high. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we are going to do this with the other side as well, like this. Then we take the cut sandstone, and we are going to make the same outline that we did down here, but then above, on top of the window frames up here. So what we are going to do is go diagonal, then 1, 2, and 3, then 1, 2, diagonal again, and then 1, 2, diagonal, 1, 2, and 3, like this. So we make the same line that we did down here, up here. If you did it right, it should look like this. Now I would say we are going to border off the windows, but with this corner we cannot really do that. The only thing we can do is the gray concrete, and we place 1, 2, 3, and 4 gray concretes on this side and 4 on this side. That's all we can do. So place 4 concrete blocks on top of each other on both sides like this, and that's about it. We cannot really place any other gray concrete. The only thing we can do is on the bottom and on the top like this, and we are going to do this on the other side as well, and of course on the bottom over here and on the top over here. And between these gray concrete blocks that we just placed, we are going to place the glass blocks. So also black stained glass, and go all the way to the top over here as well till the gap is closed, and then over here just a line of glass blocks all the way till here. So from the outside it then should look like this. So you still see a little bit of gray concrete, but not a complete border like with the other windows, but still it looks very, very nice. Of course, this corner is pretty bland, so we are also going to add some extra detail just like we did over here. And first we are going to use the sandstone wall, and the sandstone wall will be placed between these 2 blocks over here. So we have this window over here, and then skip this window, so these 2 blocks, and then place 1 wall over here, a sandstone wall, just 1. and then go diagonal from that and place 2 on top of each other like this. And we are going to do this on the other side as well. So to this window, we skip this window, place a sandstone wall over here, and in this corner over here, place 2 sandstone walls on top of each other like this. So now we need the top layer of detail, and this is a little bit tricky to explain, but first let's start with the smooth sandstone slab. And we are first starting with the slab over here. Then we take the smooth sandstone stair and we place one upside down like this. So not the other way around, like so, but this way. And then we add a sandstone slab against this stair, like this. Then one in this corner over here. And then a upside down stair like this. So not the other way around. So just not like this, but the other way around, like this. And we are going to do the same pattern on this side. So first a slab, then an upside down stair, like so. Then a slab, another slab in this corner, then a upside down stair like this. And then right in the middle over here, just a slab and nothing more. So now we have a nice detail that goes all the way around this bend. And the only thing that we are missing is the same detail in the windows like we did over here. So we need the chain and we need the gray concrete. And we are going to do the exact same thing. So 2 chains next to each other and then make them 2 high. And then the gray carpet on top of that. Over here in this window, right in the middle, we are going to place the chain on this block and on this block, also 2 high. Make them 2 high. And then gray concrete, the gray carpet over here and the gray carpet over here. I keep saying gray concrete, but it's the gray carpet. And of course, in this window, same design, 2 chains, make them 2 high, and then the gray carpet on top of that, like this. And now we are done with the second layer. So now we are going to the third layer. So actually all the other layers that will be on top of this are basically the same. At least the principle is the same. So this layer basically plus the windows are basically all the same. The only difference is the little bit of detail that is on this layer. So first of all, to make the second or the third layer actually, we are starting with the cut sandstone again. And what we are going to do, just like we did with this one, is we are going to put a layer of cut sandstone all the way over till you end up over here at this corner. And again, what we do over here, do that on the other side as well. Then just like this, we are going up with the smooth sandstone by 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we make 2 of them, of course, and then the cut sandstone on top all the way to the other side again. Now just like we did with this line over here, we are also going to do that over here. So just the cut sandstone all the way to the top like this, and the smooth sandstone next to it. And we are going to create the exact same window design that we did down here, up here. So skip 2 blocks every time and then place smooth sandstone all the way up, just like that, and just like we did down here. Then you should end up with this, and basically the same window design what we did over here will be also up here. So basically we are going to get the gray concrete again, and we are going to make a outline around every window part, and then of course the glass within, and of course in the front we put chains, 2 up, and then a gray carpet on top of that, like that. Do this with all of these other 5 windows. And just like that, we have the same window design from down here up here. So now we are going to do a little bit of detail work that is a little bit different than that we did down here. So what we are going to create is little balconies. Not really balconies, but from the outside it looks a little bit like balconies. So we are going to take the sandstone wall, and what we are going to do is make a balcony and then skip a window, make a balcony, skip a window, make a balcony and skip a window. So not every window gets a balcony. We skip a window each time. And we start over here, and this one will get a balcony. And how we are going to make that is by 2 sandstone walls next to the window like this. Then on the other side as well, 2 sandstone walls. And between we will use the fence or the iron bar. So place 2 iron bars like that. And then we take the gray carpet and put that on top of the fence or the iron bars like so. Then the only thing missing is the smooth sandstone stairs. And we place 2 sandstone stairs like this. And on the other side as well, like this. So if you did it right, it looks like this. Then we are going, as I said, we skip this window and we do the exact same thing with this window. So 2 iron bars in front of the window like this. Then 2 sandstone walls on either side. Then smooth sandstone stairs on top of that, only on the walls. And then the gray carpet on top of the iron bars, like so. So we skip a window and we do that with this window as well. So when we have done that and it looks like this, we are going to copy this part over to the other side. So you should end up with this, and then we only need to make that bend just like we did down here. And just like that, these windows are very much the same as the ones up here. This part will also be almost the same that will be up here. So first we are going to use the cut sandstone again, and just like we did down there, we are going to make the bend. And what we are going to do is we go diagonal, place 3 blocks, diagonal again, place 2 blocks, then go diagonal and we make the corner and we place 2 blocks like this, then diagonal and place 3 blocks. So from the top, it should then look like this. So 3, 2, 2, and 3, like that. Then just like what we did down here, we will also make a pillar over here and over here. So as you can see, the same 2 blocks over here of smooth sandstone are up here as well. Same goes for these 2. And these will be also 4 high. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we will do this with all the smooth sandstone, like so. And then again, cut sandstone and we place 3 like this, then 2, then make the corner, 2, and then 1, 2, and 3. So from the top, it's like this, 3, 2, 2, and 3, just like that we did with the first line. From the outside, it will then look like this. So first, let's make the windows themselves, and they are exactly the same as down here. So first, let's start with the gray concrete. Gray concrete on the bottom, on the right side, and on the top only. Then for this window over here, on the left side, gray concrete on the top and on the bottom, like so. And for this middle window, only on the bottom and only on the top. Because if we place gray concrete here and here, you basically have no window. So only on the top and on the bottom. And between all these gray concrete, we are placing the glass, like so. And now we have nice closed off windows, and from the outside we will place the chains and the gray carpet, just like we did with all the other windows. So 2 chains, make them 2 high, and the gray carpet, like so. And then like down here, also 1 chain over here and over here, make them 2 high, and the gray carpets on top. And for this window, same story. 2 chains, make them 2 high, and the gray carpet on top. And then you get a window that looks like this. So the only thing that is missing is a little bit of extra detail on this ridge right here. And the detail is actually pretty simple. What we are going to do is, if we start over here, we will place a sandstone wall over here and over here. And we do this on the other side as well. So you have these 3 blocks, and then in this corner, 1 over here and 1 over there, like this. Then a smooth sandstone stair facing this way on the right side, and on the left side facing this way. So not this way, but the other way. So facing basically inwards, like this. Then we take the iron bars and we are going to place iron bars on this side, right beneath this window, and iron bars on the other side beneath this window. And also gray carpet on top of the iron bars like so. And then of course right here we will also place the sandstone wall and the smoothed stairs like this. So not a fence here because we skipped a window each time, as you can see. But we still need to make the sandstone walls and the smooth stairs over here, and we are going to do that on this side as well. Otherwise it looks a little bit bland. So again, sandstone walls on these two, and then the smoothed stairs on top like so. If you did that right, you should end up with this layer. And this is just one of the layers you can use. You can copy this layer and put it on top. You can make a different layer if you want, with a little bit of different kind of design or kind of details. But basically the window design is all on every level all the same. The only thing that is different on each layer is a little bit of the detail work. That is basically it. It's actually a very easy build to make. If you want to make a really big city out of these kind of builds, it's actually pretty easy, because the only thing that is different is a little bit of the detail work. Because all the windows are the same, all the levels are basically the same height, the same way of building, the same kind of blocks. You can of course change it between buildings if you want, but it actually is pretty easy to make. Anyway, that's the second layer, so let's go to the third layer. And what we are going to do is I'm going to copy this layer and put it on top of it. Exactly the same layer. The only thing that we will not do the same are these sandstone walls and these stairs. That's the only thing that we are not going to copy. So we are going to copy from the sandstone, the cut sandstone over here. And we are going to copy this with all the windows and everything on top of here. So to give a little bit of an example, the next layer will be cut sandstone like this. Then of course the smooth sandstone 4 blocks high, and on this side as well. And then of course the cut sandstone again, and there will be a window and everything. So the next layer is exactly the same. The only thing that is different is that I will not copy the detail work that we just placed with these sandstone walls and fences and everything. That's the only thing that will not be there. So just copy this layer and put it on top of it. It's very simple. So just copy this layer and put it on top, except the sandstone walls and stairs and these fences and gray concrete. That's the only thing that you don't have to copy. I have world edit, so for me it's pretty easy to copy and paste everything. But what I said, just copy and paste it, and it should then end up looking like this. But of course it looks very bland and we don't want that, so we are going to change that. But just copy the same window design plus this kind of wall design and just put it on top, except for the detail work. Because the detail work will be a little bit different for this level. And that can be changed with every single level. So first, what we are going to do is we are going to change out this layer of the cut sandstone for smooth sandstone. So just break the cut sandstone and replace them with smooth sandstone. If you play in survival, then just keep in mind to make that smooth sandstone instead, so that you don't have to break it again. So for me, of course, because I'm a creative, I can do it very quickly. But for the survival players, just keep in mind this layer will be smooth sandstone. So just make them all smooth sandstone, except for this line over here. Because as you can see, this line will go from all the way to from the bottom all the way to the top. That's all cut sandstone, but only this layer will be smooth sandstone. And of course this one as well, forget about that one and just skip that and make these all smooth sandstone like this. So you should end up with this. That it looks like this then in that case. And what we are going to do is we are going to make balconies again, but these will look a little bit different. So let's start over here, and what we are going to do is we make same balconies above the windows that we also made a balcony on this layer. But the balconies will be a little bit different. So first of all, This window has a balcony. We go above this window and we place 2 upside down stairs like this. Then we place a smooth sandstone slab next to those stairs on both sides. Then on top of those slabs will be a sandstone wall like this. And then a smooth sandstone stair on top of that. Then between these 2 sandstone walls we will place 2 iron bars. And on top of that, gray carpet. Just like this. And this is the balcony. And this design will be put on this window. So we skip this window and place it on this window. And on this window. And then we will see what we do with this part over here. So create this little design over here and over on that window. Just above the windows that also have a balcony down here. And if you did that right, it should end up looking like this. Then of course these 3 balconies will be also made on this side as well. And then you have something like this. Now of course we need some little bit of detail over here. And the great part is it's exactly the same as this. So we are going to copy exactly from over here all the way to over here, and we are just going to copy it up here. Now the only thing is that we are not going to place these upside down stairs. So let's first start with the smooth sandstone slabs, I guess. And what we are going to do is very simple. This layer where we have the cut sandstone, we are going to place 3 slabs like this. Then we go diagonal, place 3 slabs, then go diagonal, place 1 slab, and then make the corner 2 slabs, and then 1, 2, and 3 slabs like this. Then we are going to copy what we did over here up here. So again, 2 iron bars over here. Then just like we did down there, a sandstone wall next to it, the gray carpet on top of those iron bars. And then over here another sandstone wall with a smooth sandstone stair like this, facing that way. We make the corner and we do the exact same thing. Over here also a sandstone wall, and over here as well. This one has a sandstone stair on top of it. And over here 2 iron bars with the gray carpet, just like we did down there. So that design is the exact same design up here. And then we have the 3rd layer done. Actually, it's the 4th layer if you count the bottom layer as well. So you might ask yourself, what are we going to do next? And that's very simple, because what we are going to do is these 2 layers that we just created, these 2 layers, we are going to copy both of them and put them on top. Very simple. So from this layer, from this line over here with the stairs and the smooth slabs, from this layer all the way to this one, we will copy all of it and put it on top. So this line over here with the smooth sandstone slabs and stairs will be against this line over here of the cut sandstone. So over here there will be the 2 slabs and then the upside down stairs, and then the 2 slabs again and the upside down stairs. Just like we have down here, that will be up here. And then everything above that, so from this layer, from these slabs, what we also see over there, from that slab all the way to this block over here, copy that all and just put it on top. It's very simple. It's actually a very simple design. So all what we just created, just copy it and put it on top. That's all you have to do. And with the power of editing, this is what you should get. So what you will have is this. We have a layer of this, then a layer with this line and all the balconies, then just separate balconies. Then again what we have down here, just on top of that. So again the line with all these stairs and slabs, with all the balconies, and then the separate balconies. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 layers of this full build. But now it is going to be a little bit different, because we will still make the same window design, but now we will have a little bit of different details. So after you have created this, go all the way up to this line over here of the cut sandstone. And we also go to use the cut sandstone block. And we are going to make a line against these cut sandstone blocks. And we just make an outline. So out here, then 1, 2, 3 over here, then 2 over here, then 1 over here, 2 over here, and 3 over here. So what we basically do is we go out with the cut sandstone a little bit like this. If you did it right, you should have 3 like this, then 2, then 1 middle, and then 2, and then 3 again. And then we go out again and we make a line of the cut sandstone. So if you then look from the top, you will see that we have a bigger platform of 2 blocks wide and go all the way around with the cut sandstone. From the outside, it looks like this if you did that right. So as you can see, we have just an extra line of cut sandstone, also in the bend over here, and also on the other side like this. So remember this line over here, this design with the slabs and stairs, we are going to do this on top of here as well. So what we are going to do against all these cut sandstone, we are going to create the exact same design. So 2 sandstone slabs, then an upside down stair of sandstone like this, 1 against it like this, just like the ones down here, up here as well, and then the 2 sandstone slabs again, and of course the stairs, and the slabs and the stairs and the slabs and the stairs, just go all the way till you end up over here at this block. If you did it right, it should look like this. And of course we are going to do this on the other side as well. And then it should look like this. So now we only have to make the bend over here, and that will be a little bit different than that we did down here. So how to do this design, that's a bit tricky to explain, but I will try to explain it. So what we are going to do is smooth sandstone stairs. That's the first thing that we are going to start with. And we go to this middle block over here. This one that is exactly in the middle. And what we are going to do is we are going to place smooth sandstone stairs the other way facing inwards. It's a bit hard to do, but basically like that. So maybe you have to build out a little bit and then place them upside down backwards like this. So you have a little bit of these 2 little gaps over here. Looks a bit weird, but just do it like this. Then we still use the stairs, and what we are going to do is place 1 upside down stair here on this cut sandstone, and on the other side as well, facing this way. So if you did it right, it should then end up looking like this. Then we are using the smooth sandstone slab, and we place 1 slab over here between this cut sandstone and this stair, and also over here on the other side like this. And then we use the smooth sandstone slab again, and we are going to this corner over here and place a slab like this. Then we place a upside down stair against that slab facing that way, outside, outwards, like this. And then a smooth sandstone slab against that stair like this. And we are going to do this on the other side as well. So in this corner a slab, then a upside down stair against it, and then a slab next to it. If you did that right, you will have this design up here. Then we are going to use the sandstone wall, and what we are going to do is within this round bit, this bend, we are going to place a sandstone wall right between these 2 smooth sandstone blocks, and over here as well, like so. Then we are going on both sides, so this side and that side, we are going to place sandstone walls between every window, like this. So only 1 sandstone wall, so not go down any lower, like that. Just 1 sandstone wall between every window, like this. And do this for all the sides, so over here, like this, and on the other side as well. So between every window, we are going to place 2 sandstone walls next to each other, just like this, against the smooth sandstone. And then we have the detail work done for this layer up here. So what will be next, you're probably asking? Well, what do you think of the same repetitive thing? Just like we did with all these other layers. we are going to create the same layer on top of here. Not with any detail, just the outer layer. So, in other words, we are going to place a line of cut sandstone. Then we go up with 2 smooth stone blocks like this, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the cut sandstone on top of that. And you can already guess it, we are going to make a window here. So 2 smooth stone blocks like this all the way up, and then over here will be a window, and then we are going to place 4 of these smooth sandstone blocks on top of each other, and just like what we did over here, and on any other layer we are going to make one of these walls without any details. So no fences, no railings, no balconies or anything, just a simple plain wall with the windows. So do make the windows like this with the gray carpet and the chains and the glass and the gray concrete, but not any detail like these balconies or anything. So if you got what I meant, we have this layer up here and it should look like this. So no detail, no kind of balcony, just simply the wall with the window like this. And it should then end up looking like this. This is also the last layer of the building before the roof. And what we are going to do is we are going to make this a little bit more pretty. So we are going to add the last detail work. And first of all, we are going to make the fence. And the fence is basically exactly the same as the fence down here. So start with 1 iron bar over here, then a chain, and then 2 iron bars, a chain, 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 and go so on and so on, just like we did down there. And if you do it right, then you should end up with 2 blocks over here where you just have to place 2 chains next to each other. That's the only thing over here in the middle, right in the middle of that bend. There will be 2 chains like this, and then just continue with 2 iron bars, 1 chain, 2 iron bars, 1 chain, 2 iron bars, 1 chain, and go so on and so on. And when you have done that, go get the gray carpet, and just like we did down there, place gray carpet on top of all these chains and all these iron bars. And as you can see, that makes things look so much better. So the only thing that we are missing is a little bit of a outline over here on the top, and then we are actually done with the whole wall, the whole side of the building. And this is going to be very simple. So what we are going to do is smooth sandstone slab, and against the cut sandstone we are going to make 1 layer of smooth sandstone slab fully around the building. So also within this bend, just against the cut sandstone, all the way around, all the way to the other side, like so. So now we have a little bit more detail. Then we are taking the smooth stone stairs, and what we are going to do is the same design over here, what we did over here, up here, only within the bend. So how we are going to do this is very simple. So in this corner we have a slab here. We break this middle slab and we place a upside down stair like this. Then over here we have a slab over here, and we break this slab over here, the second slab, and we place a smooth sandstone stair upside down like this. And then we do the exact same thing over on this side as well. So 1 slab over here, we skip this slab, break this one, the middle one, place an upside down stair like this. Then we have 2 slabs over here, we break the second one, and we place a upside down stair like this. If you did that right, it should then look like this. So remember this design down here with these smooth sandstone walls over here, these 2, or actually 3, these 2 on top of each other and this one. Well, we are going to do the exact same thing that we did down here on top of here, the upper layer. So in this corner right here, we will place 1 sandstone wall over here and 2 sandstone walls on top of each other over here. And we are going to do this on the other side as well. So 2 sandstone walls up here and 1 next to it, just like this. And then we have done all the layers. These are all the layers of the building. The only thing that is missing is the roof, and of course all the detail work around here with the parasols and the overhangs and everything. but that will be done in the next video. We have been building enough for today, otherwise the video will be way too long. So there will be a part 2 of this building itself. And in the second part, of course, I will teach you how to make the rest of the building. And also I will give you some tips and tricks how you can use this build in your own world. Because this build can be highly configured. In other words, as I said, all these layers can be copied and pasted, can be made longer, shorter, bigger. You can make it higher or lower. You can use different types of blocks. You can also change out the bottom layer of color, and you can make it the way you want to make it. So that's the cool thing about this building. You really can make anything out of this. And I will teach you how you can do that in the next videos. So if you have enjoyed this video, then go consider to subscribe. And of course, go check out my channel, because I have a lot of these types of buildings on my channel, where I teach you how to create something like this. There are a few other builds like this. You saw one behind me over here. There's also a tutorial. So if you're really interested in these kind of buildings, then go check it out. And any subscription helps me out a lot. And I must say, thank you so much for all the kind words and the support that I've been getting for these past few years that I've been doing YouTube. It really helps me out a lot. Thank you so much for all the nice comments and views that I get. So if you have enjoyed this, please go check out my channel if you're new. And I will see you guys in the next video. So next time, part 2, we will continue with this build and actually finish it. So if you don't want to miss that out, go consider to subscribe. Anyway, thank you so much, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.